Hey everyone! All right, so it's time for another Q&A video. You guys all submitted your questions. I went through a lot of them. I picked out a handful, and we're gonna go over those right now together. But before I get started, Orange Grove 55. This channel hit a big milestone the other day: 1,000 subscribers. I started this channel a little less than a year ago. And the outpouring of support has been way beyond my expectations. And I just wanted to extend an enormous thank you to everybody, all my subscribers, everyone who's ever retweeted my videos, liked a video, spread the word in any way. Thank you guys so much. And it really does mean a lot to me. And I love having this community that we have here where we can all discuss this thing that we love so much, which is Disneyland, and in a broader scope, Disney in general. So I just wanted to thank you all for your support. It's been seriously way beyond what I ever expected when I started the channel. I also wanted to extend a huge congratulations to a YouTube channel that I'm a big fan of, DSNY Newscast. Just the other day, they hit a big milestone, 50,000 subscribers. That's a great channel. I watch it all the time. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, he does great work. He does, Disney news, Disney park news, Disney movie news. He analyzes it. Great channel. So I just want to extend a big congratulations to DSNY on their big milestone of 50,000 subscribers. So now let's get down to the Q&A. I picked a handful of your questions. We're going to go over them right now together. So let's dig right in. The first question is from Ryu Nagasawa. And I apologize, Ryu, if I'm mispronouncing your name. But Ryu is asking, which Disney parks where you haven't been to do you want to visit the most? Ryu, that's a great question. This is actually an easy question for me to answer, though. Tokyo Disney. I from the pictures, from the video, everything I've seen about Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, it looks absolutely incredible. This park is the pinnacle. I think all Disney fans can really agree. Disney Seas is the pinnacle of Walt Disney Imagineering. That park is, I mean, you can't, honestly, it's unbeatable. There's no other park, in my opinion, that looks like it even comes close to that. So yeah, if I can go one Disney park in the world, it's going to be Tokyo Disney Sea and Tokyo Disneyland. It looks great. And also, I'm a fan of the country of Japan. It's a place where I've always wanted to go. It looks like a beautiful country. I love how, it's a hybrid of real traditional old school Japan. And then you have like these areas like Tokyo that are almost like Tomorrowland. Like they're really high tech and way beyond anything we have out here. So I like that mix of like that rural, cultural, old school, ancient Japan, and that future, high tech aspect that you get with like Tokyo. I think Japan looks like an incredible country. I would love to visit that country one day, and I'd love to make it out to Disney Sea and their Disneyland. So that is my bucket list Disney park, Tokyo Disneyland Resort. Thank you so much for your question, Ryu. We're going to go to number 2 now. And the second question comes from Chris May. And Chris is asking, do you think they'll ever add a second entrance exit to Disneyland down by Splash Mountain? Might help with traffic once Star Wars Land opens and relieve Fantasmic traffic at night. Plus, I really like your idea of having another entrance coming from Toontown into Star Wars Land. Well, thank you so much, Chris, for your question. I do appreciate it. Do I think they're going to add another entrance or exit to Disneyland to alleviate the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge crowds? Yes and no. Permanently, no. I don't think they'll ever add another entrance or exit to that park, like on a permanent level, where that's not going to ever happen. Temporarily, though, like let's say for the first 6 months to a year that Galaxy Edge opens, Is it possible that Disney would maybe open like a temporary exit or a temporary entrance on the other side of the park to alleviate congestion? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think in terms of temporary, it's definitely a possibility. And in fact, I think anything in regards to crowd control and logistics are on the table with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This is going to be unprecedented. The amount of crowds that are going to be showing up to Disneyland, it's going to be insane. My prediction, I think literally the entire park, Disneyland, the entire park will essentially act as a queue for Galaxy's Edge when it opens. That line to get into that land is going to weave through Main Street, Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, through Toontown, out and around. It's going to go through every single land. It's going to be enormous. So yeah, on a temporary, as a temporary thing, they might have to do that. They might have to open up another entry point somewhere else at Disneyland to kind of alleviate that congestion, because everyone coming in and out of the main entry, it might be a little too much. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for your question, Chris. I do appreciate it. Let's go to the next one, which is from Porgkins. All right. So Porgkins is asking, I was looking at refurbishment dates and noticed that Monsters, Inc. at DCA is going under refurb starting September 5th for an unknown length of time. My question is, do you think this is a standard refurb or an under-the-radar closure of the attraction as Paradise Pier transitions to Pixar Pier and Hollywood is reinvented? While I enjoy the ride, this area of DCA needs major work, and I doubt Monsters, Inc. is part of Disney's master plan for this space. Well, Porkins, this is a fantastic question. And I actually did a little research on this, and it looks like Monsters, Inc. Is going down for a refurb on September 5th, but per mouseplanet.com, it's actually going to be returning September 21st. So your question, to directly answer your question, do I think this refurb is part of a bigger plan? No, I don't think this particular refurb is a part of a bigger plan because it's coming back very soon after it goes down. I think it's just a standard refurb. That's the short term. Long term, though, I agree with you. I don't think that Monsters, Inc. has very much more time on this planet. I really think that they're going to get rid of Monsters Incorporated. I think you're right in the sense where they're doing Pixar Pier for a reason. And the reason is because Marvel is going to come to DCA in a big way, right? There's rumors that it's going to take over all of Hollywood. There's rumors it's going to take over Bugs Land. So none of this has been confirmed yet, but it seems like Disney's preparing for that, where they know that they're going to lose all these Pixar elements in Hollywood and Bugs Land, so they're preparing for that, and they're moving all the Pixar stuff over to the pier to have some sort of Pixar representation in this park, because they're going to pretty much lose it all when Marvel comes out. So yeah, I think Monsters, Inc., if I was to guess, I would say Monsters, Inc. maybe has another year or two, and it's going to close. I think it's going to go. I think it's going to go away for sure. But yeah, in terms of this particular refurb, though, it's just not long enough. I mean, they updated their site apparently per Mouse Planet, and it's only going to be down for a short time. So yeah, standard refurb. But long term, Monsters, Inc. is dead man walking. It's going to go. I'm pretty sure of it. Thank you so much for your question. Now we're going to go on to the next one, which is from Epic Berserker. So of Tomorrowland or Fantasyland, which would you want to update? Which would you want updated, overhaul more? And what would you want changed in ride or restaurant, etc.? Well, thank you, Epic. I do appreciate this question. Well, if it was up to me personally, I'm actually more of a fan of Fantasyland. I love the Disney fairy tale. I do. I love those films. Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White. Those are my favorite animated classics. You know, the classic fairy tales, I feel, are the heart and soul of Walt Disney Animation. But that's me personally. I would prefer to see more Fantasyland. What's needed, though, if you were to ask me what's more important, what's more necessary Tomorrowland, of course. I mean, Tomorrowland is a mess, a total mess. And I did a video on Tomorrowland a few months ago, and I mentioned that, you know, they really have to stop repainting and repurposing these old 1960s Tomorrowland buildings. How many times are they going to repaint and repurpose the Starcade? It's been white, brown, you know, a million different colors. It's been a million different things. Yeah, Disney really needs to focus on Tomorrowland soon, and not just a repaint and reskinning the old buildings. I'm talking pretty much, if it was up to me, bulldozing all of Tomorrowland except for Space Mountain and rebuilding the entire land from the ground up. That's what we need. We need to have a fresh Tomorrowland. It's been way too long, and they've just been repurposing these old buildings. It's outdated. It really is outdated. So yeah, it needs a lot of work. So in terms of necessity, Tomorrowland, no question, no comparison, needs to be done right away. In terms of personal preference, I prefer Fantasyland as a land more, and the potential there, I think I would be more interested in if we got like a, you know, like a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or a Tangled ride. Those kind of things would interest me personally more, but I don't think it's as necessary as a Tomorrowland redo. Tomorrowland's in dire shape. It needs to be done soon. So thank you, Epic, for your question. I do appreciate it. And we're going to go to the next question, which is off topic here, but where did you get your shirt? And this question is from Peter Vasquez. Mr. Vasquez, I wanted to answer this question on a video because a lot of people ask me, where do I get my shirts that I wear in my videos? Well, I'm going to link the description. I'm going to link the website in the description below, but I go to teepublic.com. Okay. I love this website. And the reason why I love it is because artists actually submit their designs, and then TeePublic will print the artist's design on the shirt and send it to you. The great thing about it is that you can choose the color of the shirt that you want. You can choose the style of the shirt that you want. So if you want a V-neck, if you want like a baseball style long sleeve, if you want a short sleeve, girl's tank top, sweatshirt, hoodie, whatever, that design can be put on anything. Okay? They wash well. I bought like 10 of these already, and I've washed them. They don't fade, they don't peel, they look great. And I love the fact that you can get stuff that you wouldn't normally get through like a Disney website or you know, Disney parks, because Disney goes through like a lot of focus groups and stuff like that when they're making merchandise. So you'll notice like with Marvel merch, right? It'll be mostly geared for guys. And then like anything with like, you know, like say Frozen or stuff like that is all geared to girls. They split it. Well, let's say you're a guy who likes Frozen, okay? You're a fan of the movie. Good luck finding a shirt, unless it's Olaf, I guess. But if you wanted an Anna and Elsa shirt or whatever floats your boat, you would have a hard time finding that if you were to go through Disney Store or the Disney parks. With TeePublic, you can do that. You can pick a cool Elsa design and put it on a guy's t-shirt if you wanted to do that. Same on the flip side. If you're a girl and you're a big fan of Marvel, well, there's not a lot of female Marvel stuff that you can buy. TeePublic, you can pick any design you want, Hulk, Thor, whatever, and you can put it on a girl's tee, a girl's tank top or whatever. So it's a really cool website for that. Like I said, it's customizable. Everything, it's good quality. It's really cheap. The shirts are only like, sometimes they're like 14, 15 bucks, 20 at the highest. Once you factor in like shipping and everything, it's like maybe 25 total. It's a great website. I get most of my Disney shirts from them. I love it. It's really great. So that's where I get the bulk of the shirts that I wear in my videos. I also buy clothes like shirts and stuff at like, you know, Disneyland, obviously, and you know, various other stores. But the bulk of the stuff that I get is actually from that TeePublic. I love it. So if you guys are interested in the shirts that I wear in these videos, link in the description below. Check them out. You're going to love them. There's a search bar, whatever you're into, Disney, Disneyland, if you're into Minions, Adventure Time, whatever it is, punch it in the search bar and thousands of designs will come up. It's a great website. So thank you so much for your question. I do appreciate it. That concludes this Q&A. Guys, thank you so much for submitting all your questions. Submit more in the comment section below for the next QA, and maybe I'll read your question on the next video. Again, I just want to reiterate, we hit 1,000 subscribers, you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. You guys are seriously the best. Thank you so much. If you're new to this channel, like, subscribe. I do content on Disney all the time. And as always, have a magical day.